Okay, so looking at number one, we have a triangle. So the notes, all triangles. So all triangle angles add to 180 degrees. Okay. So what you would do is you would subtract to find the missing angle. So looking at number one then, you would subtract. So angle 1 equals 180, the total, minus 100, easy to do, minus 50. What does angle 1 equal? 30 degrees. So some of these are really cooked up and you can do without a calculator. So, of course, we want to be sure, do with the calculator. This here is the angle symbol. Okay, so that's what the angle symbol means, or is. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, it's like a little hungry bird, kind of, sideways L, whatever you want to call it. Now, for angle 2, same idea, right? We have a triangle, but this little square here means what?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. It actually means that it's perpendicular. Okay, that's the perpendicular symbol, which means the lines join at 90 degrees. So if I say AB is perpendicular to CD, that's the perpendicular symbol, a capital T, I would then have a line AB being perpendicular to CD. Okay, and that's touching on some grade 10 ideas there, but we can use the word perpendicular so you know what it means. Okay, joins at 90 degrees. So I actually tell you two angles without writing a number. You have to know, oh, that's 90 degrees. And you can say it like that if you want. So 180 minus 90 minus 50 equals 40 degrees. Okay, so that's the value of angle 2 then, 40 degrees. Okay. So then we slide over into this special little triangle. Okay. So this is called what kind of triangle? Where we have two equal base angles? Isosceles. Okay. So isosceles has two equal slant sides. As well as two equal base angles. And that's really important because you know what? I'm going to tell you a value. So I'll only give one angle. I don't have to write two of them. Okay? You got to know that the puzzle includes both angles being equal. So right away you can say angle 3 has a value of 70 degrees. Now, since you know two of them, you can find the third one. So to find the top, okay, to find the top angle, you would simply go 180 minus 70 degrees minus 70 degrees. And a lot of you are super smart and go, well, that's easy if I go 180 minus 140. Right? So you can do a little bit of math, put those together, and then you'll know that the leftover top portion is 40 degrees. Okay? The leftover top portion is 40 degrees. Okay. Now, we can go the other direction as well, and we can just give you the top angle, and you have to find the bottom two. That also works. And that's exactly what we do here. Okay? So again, this is an isosceles. Okay? So to find the base angles, are the same. So that's what you need to make sure you understand. So if we go 180 minus 90 degrees, remember, that's the 90-degree symbol, that equals 90 degrees. This is both angles. So how are we going to take 90 and divide that into two equal pieces? Oh wait, I just said it. You take 90 and divide it by 2. That's 45 degrees. So the top is 45 degrees and the bottom is 45 degrees. Okay. So you take your total minus the top, and then you would divide it by 2. Okay, the total minus the top, then divide it by 2. Okay. Now, E has a very special name as well. What kind of triangle is that? 3 equal sides? Equilateral. Okay. And I just draw a little triangle instead of writing the word triangle. So it's equilateral triangle. And I just mentioned it has 3 equal sides. Now if it has 3 equal sides, how many equal angles? Yeah, 3 equal angles. So the total is 180 degrees. What should we do to divide that into 3 equal pieces? Oh, just said it. 60 degrees. So angle 5 is 60 degrees, but just angle 5, the top, and the third, they're all 60 degrees because it's an equilateral. So I don't even give you a number, but using the symbols, I show you the number. Okay, because it's marked as 3 equal sides. They all have the same markings. They are equal. They are the same. Okay. Next one. What's the angle of a straight line? 180. Okay, so angles on a line, and sometimes your teacher might have said AOL, equal 180 degrees. So to find the missing one, you would subtract. So we would go 180 degrees, angle 7, equals 180 minus 65. Okay, 115? 115 degrees. Okay. So is that an obtuse angle or an acute angle? Obtuse, greater than 90. What's the special name for 90? Looking at this triangle, what kind of triangle is this? Right. Okay, so right angles are 90 degrees. Okay, so a couple more points. So this one here, remember this is 90 degrees, so we go 180 minus 90 minus 65. Now I like to write 180 minus 90 first because we know that's 90. Okay. And so really in your head you can kind of cheat, but you should know the full answer. Now if I don't know, I go to my calculator. 25. Okay, so it's 25 degrees. So again, AOL, angles on a line, equal 180 degrees. So you're doing a subtraction. Okay. Or what you could also say, right, angle 8 plus 65 degrees must equal 90 degrees because it's on the back side of 90. So it's kind of two ways you could talk about it. This means that they are complementary. They add up to 90. Okay. How you guys doing? Some review, some new, stirring up some sludge, hopefully. Next, angles on a point. Okay, here's a point right in the middle. You have those angles around it. What's the total value? 360 degrees. Okay, so angle 9 equals your total, 360, minus 110 minus what? 90. Okay, the angle we don't have to write, but we can show you with the symbol. So simply go to your calculator or in your head if you're better than me. And we get 160 degrees. Okay. Any questions? Okay, next one. Now this one you used to see all the time. Okay. Vertically opposite angles. Whenever two lines cross, they're the same symbol, so it's the same markings. Okay. So we have vertically, or I think they use more opposite. I'll write this down. Vertically opposite. Now, a lot of the stuff we see on the internet is American based, so a lot of times we just call these opposite angles. So those are equal, but that also means that these angles are equal. Okay, so we get equal angles. So if this is 80 degrees on one side, it's also 80 degrees on the other. Okay, anytime we have that, we have opposite angles being equal. So then, now we're in the other triangle. Find angle 1. Go. This one will be 180 minus 80 minus 40. Now I went 180 minus 80 because that's 100. Minus 40 means angle 1 is 60 degrees. Okay. How many people got 60? Good. Continuing on then. Okay, a few more exceptions here. J. So sometimes you're going to have to do a little bit more work to get inside your triangle. Okay. So we have to use angles. Right? You have to use more than one rule. Okay, we want to find angle 2. So what we're going to do first of all is find this angle here. What would this angle be? We have to get inside our triangle first. Well, AOL equals 180. So 180 degrees minus 120 degrees equals 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. Okay. Then we have to find this angle in the triangle. How do we find that? Find it, go. Use your 180 minus rule for a triangle. Is that 30 degrees? So then, after we do that, we can find angle 2. Okay, so angle 2 is going to be supplementary, angles on a line. So 180 is the total, minus 30 equals 150 degrees. Okay, 150 degrees. Any questions? So that's kind of where we're going. Like this is grade 9 work. And you have to put several steps together. Okay, it's pretty intense. You got to know your rules. Make up some flashcards if you need to. Okay, moving on. Anytime you have a circle, when you have circles, you want to mark the radii as equal. So your radii is plural for radius. So right away, I want to say that these sides are equal. How does that help me? What do I have then? Nicole? Exactly. So look in your notes, find angle 3. Go. So you have 180 degrees. What do you have to subtract? Minus 50. That equals 130. Now what do? Yeah, you have to divide it into two equal base angles. So it's going to be 65 degrees each. So angle 3 is 65, and the other angle is also 65. Okay? So you got to be a detective, know your rules, make up some flashcards. Okay. Last one. Now we're getting to another harder question. Write down the number I tell you, please. What number did I tell you? Nope, I told you all three numbers, in fact. That's right. I told you, by showing you that I have an equilateral triangle, all three angles are 60. And that's really important because then you can figure out this angle here. Find the question mark. Go. Okay, so for the question mark, it's angles on a line, AOL. They add up to 180. So 180 minus 60 means the question mark equals 120 degrees. So that's the top of the triangle. Okay. To figure out angle 4, that's now an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. Now I divide it into two equal angles. So angle 4 is 30 degrees. So the bottom here is 30 and 30. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Definitely more challenging. Meaty. It just tells us what angle to find. So if it's, yeah, it's like X, okay? And we'll do letters later on and angles with 3 letters. We're going to talk about that tomorrow as well, okay? So you can do everything. Any other questions? Just